week after week here on Ain't No Half Steppin'. I want to give a extra special thanks to Tabitha Spurlock, who joined us earlier this evening and shared with us the great things that she's doing with her program, Spark of Life. Once again, please support this sister with her endeavors. Keep in mind that what she's doing is specifically to help the young girls here in the Richmond, Virginia area. And anytime Big Rube, Marcus J, and Carlton Banks can be involved in something positive like that, we're all over it. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and close out the show with the rants. First up, as he is every single week, is your main man Big Rube with the Smash.
What's going on? It's Big Rube. It's a Smash. First of all, I'd like to give a shout out to my big ODU brethren as we beat Coastal Carolina today in the first round of the CIT, 68-66. Carlton Banks, be quiet. Big up. Keep moving. Bring home another CIT championship. You know, it's amazing how we sit here and we judge others for things that they do. And when you really judge others, you're really pretty much saying you need to look in the mirror yourself. What do you mean that person did that? What do you mean you can do better? Well, maybe you should. Ladies and gentlemen, we talked about this earlier today. I am not a fan of a lot of head coaches in this world because, you know, to be a real good head coach, you gotta have a little ego. You gotta do some things that you probably shouldn't do, but ultimately you have to win. Sometimes winning isn't everything. However, in college and in the NBA it is. I'd like to give a big shout out to my man Jim Golden down in Miami, University of Miami Hurricanes, because there are some coaches that speak in there and they back up what they say. However, I'd like to give a hopeful happy trails to Seth Greenberg and Virginia Tech. I'm sorry, you cried for 3 years and this year your team's not even 500. Sayonara. Go find something else. Join your brother. Now, I also feel like that when you're the coach of a rec team or a little league team, don't be that parent who yells and quotes obscenities while your child is sitting there having fun and playing the game that they go to practice for and what you pay for. Yes, you may pay your $40, but that $40 does not give you the right to sit there and yell obscenities to the coach, to the ref, to other kids, or even other parents. Let's stay classy. It's so important to show your children that as much as you love them, you want them to succeed, you can be a positive influence on them and not be a sore loser. More parents are the biggest sore losers when the children are doing things than other people. Look, parents, I understand that's you. That's your kid, and you live vicariously through them. It's cool. We understand. But when your kid isn't playing, don't yell at the coach. The coach ain't getting paid it. It's volunteer. Don't yell at the ref. They're getting $5.25. And then don't get mad when they kick you out the game because you did something stupid. It's Big Rube. It's a Smash. People, let's just stop doing stupid things.
Stop doing stupid things, boy. Somebody that got Big Rube all fired up, Carlton Banks.
I don't know who that was.
I'm just glad it wasn't me because he be going in. So
I know.
What's going on in the corner tonight?
You know what's going on in Little Carlton's corner is this. I woke up this morning, smile on my face, heart beating strong. So I'm a little boy. Like, dude, let's go ahead and get up, go to breakfast, get our grub on. So we hit up a little breakfast spot. We come back. We all in a good mood. We chilling. Tell me why in the world is dude on the side of the road taking a dump? I mean, I understand you got to use the bathroom. You got to go where you got to go. But dude, do you have to be on the side of the road? I mean, I don't know. I really have a problem seeing people panhandle on the side of the road. But can you do your business behind a wall, in a corner, somewhere where I don't have to see it. Honestly, it's really disgusting. You know, I know your situation is difficult. Heck, I'm going through some difficult situations, but I'm not going to lower my standards to being out and doing something where people can see me. I'm not a dog. I'm not a cat. I'm not some wildlife. Have some cool. Be cognizant of your surroundings. Take a moment. I mean, honestly, you don't have to do stuff like that. Now, if you're a little kid, I understand. You know, there's been many times, son, go ahead and water that tree. You know, but that's that. You as a grown-up should be able to take care of that in the privacy of some court. I mean, if you ask Smokey, he was in behind the dude's house, and you know, it looked like some corn, but still, I'm just saying, have some pride, have some cool, handle your business behind closed doors, or at least in a private corner. That's my little corner for the day, no pun intended. And I love my music, I really do.
You got good music, man. I enjoy listening to it because I see where it gets you all fired up. But that's all right. I appreciate it. Thank you so much to Big Rube, Carlton Banks every week, always holding me down. We had a great show tonight. I want to go ahead and close out the show by getting into my little rant. Let me just start by saying that politically, I consider myself an independent because real talk, Republicans, Democrats, they're like wolves and foxes to me. Both are from the dog family, and both are looking to bite you. One's going to come right out, keep it real, and bite your ass. The other's going to try to be slick and trick you. But ultimately, with both of them, you're going to bleed. Oh yeah, you're going to bleed. Now, with that being said, I make no apologies for being a President Barack Obama fan. I don't agree with everything he does, but hell, I don't agree with everything Miss J does. I don't agree with everything Big Rube does. I don't even agree with everything that Mama J does. I don't have to agree with him to support him. Now, the reason I bring this up to you tonight is because I'm grown weary of the constant attacks and the nonsense that I'm seeing that have very little to do with actual issues. You want to attack his policies? Go for it. I'm okay with that. I do it myself. I did a whole rant a couple of weeks ago about how unhappy I was with our president. But let's see, where do we start? All right. We got Fox News constantly brainwashing their followers into believing that the president is at fault because of the rise in gas prices, currently nearly $4 for regular here in Richmond, VA. But this is the same Fox News that in 2008, when we had a different president, that says, quote, no president has the power to increase or decrease gas prices. So which one is it, folks? Or does it change based on who the president is? More attacks. How about the former governor of Alaska, Sarah Palin? The same Sarah Palin who quit her job as governor before the end of her term, you know, the quitter, accusing the president of trying to return the country to pre-Civil War social status. That was the most absurd thing I'd heard from anybody in a long time. This woman actually said, and I quote, what Barack Obama seems to want to do is go back to before the days when we were in different classes based on income, based on color of skin. Wow. Did she really just say that on Sean Hannity's show? The different classes system Palin seems to be referring to is perhaps better known as slavery. The entire conversation they were having is based on the mischaracterization of Derek Bell, a pioneer in legal scholarly work. Palin and Hannity were reviewing a video that showed Bell, who was the first tenured black president at Harvard Law School, and Barack Obama, who was then a student, speaking at a rally in support of Professor Bell. Hannity saw a scandal in the pairing of these two men. However, the truth of the matter is, students and faculty were actually protesting to urge Harvard to hire more minority faculty. Professor Bell actually quit his tenured position to protest the lack of hiring of minorities and women. Yes, that Derek Bell. That's the man of scandal that they're speaking of. But of course, we know Palin has struggled with history before, and clearly so is Hannity. Lastly, the president is a Muslim. Really. President Barack Obama is a Muslim. I mean, really, people, seriously? We still on this Muslim thing? I mean, if he was a Muslim, then so be it. I don't have a problem with a Muslim. I don't have a problem with my president being a Muslim. The fact of the matter is, it's just not true. polls show that over half of the Republican voters in Alabama and Mississippi believe that President Obama is a Muslim. This is the same President Obama that they fussed at just a few years ago because they were upset that he sat in Reverend Jeremiah Wright's Christian church for 20 years. But now he's a Muslim because it suits their argument. But I guess when you're weak on the issues, you have to go with what you feel is your strength. But clearly, as we've seen with this president, character is clearly his strength. That's the Murr. Marcus's unrelated rant that ain't got nothing to do with what we talking about today. That's the end of the show. Ain't no half stepping, Marcus J. In the words of Bob Marley, in the abundance of water, the fool is thirsty. Ain't no half stepping, Marcus J. Big Rube, Carlton Banks. We'll be back next week.
Peace.
Peace.